Welcome back to Turbo Trendz TV, where we bring you the hottest takes on the coolest rides, and today, we're diving into the all-new 2026 Toyota Yaris, a small car with big ambitions. Now before you dismiss it as just another compact hatchback, hold on. Toyota has completely refreshed the Yaris for 2026, bringing sharper looks, upgraded tech, better efficiency, and yes, a surprising edge of driving fun. Whether you're a city commuter, a budget-conscious buyer, or someone just looking for a zippy little car, the Yaris is aiming to be more than just basic transportation. Exterior: let's kick things off with the design. From the moment you lay eyes on it, the 2026 Yaris looks nothing like its predecessors. Up front, Toyota's gone bold with a larger, blacked-out mesh grille that feels lifted straight from their sportier models. The sleek LED headlamps, now thinner and sharper, wrap around the sides and give it a more aggressive, modern stance. The bumper has a more sculpted shape, integrating those vertical air intakes that are as much about style as they are about airflow. There's even a subtle front splitter element on the sport trims, giving it a dash of racing flair. Swing around to the side and the new Yaris keeps the dynamic energy going. It sits on either 16-inch or optional 17-inch alloy wheels, depending on the trim, with aerodynamic lines running from the front fenders all the way to the rear. The beltline is slightly higher this time, giving it a more planted, athletic vibe. Toyota has played with the proportions just right. The Yaris is compact but doesn't look stubby. Blacked outside mirrors, body-colored door handles, and an optional two-tone roof option add a dash of style for those wanting a more personalized touch. Now moving to the rear, the 2026 Yaris wraps things up nicely with a sporty, clean finish. The LED tail lights stretch horizontally and are connected by a black trim piece that mimics the look of a light bar. Even though it's not fully functional, still, it gives the rear a wider, more premium look. The bumper is neatly sculpted, and a subtle roof spoiler adds to the hatchback sportiness. Toyota's badge sits proudly at the center, and if you go for the GR Sport model, you even get dual exhaust tips and a more aggressive diffuser setup that screams performance, even if it's mostly aesthetic. Interior: step inside, and you'll immediately notice how much Toyota has stepped up its game. This isn't your average economy car interior anymore. The 2026 Yaris cabin feels refined, user-friendly, and more premium than expected in this segment. The dashboard has been redesigned with horizontal lines to give a feeling of width, and soft-touch materials have made their way into high-contact areas. There's contrast stitching on the seats, the door cards, and even the steering wheel on higher trims. The centerpiece of the dashboard is Toyota's new 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system that's standard across the range. It's running the latest software with support for wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus voice commands that actually understand what you're saying this time. Physical buttons for climate control remain and thank goodness for that. Below the screen, there's a neat row of toggles and rotary dials that make operation on the go super intuitive. Digital gauge clusters are standard on mid and upper trims, giving a customizable and modern look behind the wheel. The seats are supportive, with available synthetic leather and heat options. In terms of practicality, it's still a compact hatch, but Toyota has maximized space pretty well. Rear seat room is enough for average-sized adults on shorter trips, and the cargo area is quite usable, especially with the rear seats folded. This car isn't going to haul your entire life, but for urban living, it's more than enough. Performance: when it comes to performance, the Yaris has always been about efficiency, and the 2026 model continues that trend, but with a touch more attitude. The standard engine is a revised 1.5-liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated unit making around 120 horsepower. It's paired with either a CVT or a 6-speed manual transmission. Yes, you heard that right. Toyota is still offering a manual in 2026. For daily driving, it's smooth, responsive enough, and more efficient than ever. Expect a combined fuel economy close to 43 miles per gallon thanks to engine tweaks and weight reduction. For those wanting more spice, there's a hybrid variant that pairs the same 1.5-liter engine with an electric motor, pushing output to around 130 horses while offering up to 50 miles per gallon combined. It's the one to get if you want savings and a quieter, smoother drive. But for the enthusiasts watching, there's more. Toyota continues to offer the GR Sport version in select markets, which adds sportier suspension tuning, paddle shifters for the CVT, stiffer chassis components, and unique styling elements. No, it's not a GR Yaris. I bet it feels sharper and more planted in corners than any regular economy hatch has a right to be. Safety-wise, Toyota is still leading the segment. Every 2026 Yaris comes standard with Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0. That includes pre-collision warning with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert with steering assist, adaptive cruise control, automatic high beams, and now even lane tracing assist. These are features you'd typically find in much more expensive cars, and the fact that Toyota is including them as standard on their smallest car is commendable. Pricing is another area where the Yaris shines. The base model starts around $18,500, making it one of the more affordable new cars on the market today. The mid-tier trims, with more creature comforts, hover around $21,000 to $23,000, and the hybrid variant starts just under $25,000. The top-of-the-line GR Sport trim, if you can find it, will run you closer to $27,000, but for the added visual and performance tweaks, it still represents solid value. Of course, the Yaris isn't without its compromises. It's still a subcompact, so you won't find a ton of rear seat legroom or high-end materials like in a Lexus. It's not a powerhouse either. You'll need to look elsewhere for high performance. But what Toyota has done here is create a car that's fun to drive, impressively efficient, well-equipped, and stylish enough to avoid being called boring. And in this shrinking small car segment, that's saying something. So, who is the 2026 Toyota Yaris for? It's for the first-time buyer who wants a dependable ride without breaking the bank. It's for city dwellers who need something agile and efficient. It's even for car enthusiasts who just want a cheap, cheerful daily driver with some personality. With its combination of smart features, mature looks, and Toyota's bulletproof reliability, the Yaris is no longer just an entry-level afterthought. It's a smart, stylish choice that punches way above its weight. That's all for today's review on the 2026 Toyota Yaris. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into the newest models hitting the streets, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Turbo Trendz TV, and drop a comment below. Let us know what you think of this new Yaris. Would you take this over a Hyundai i20, a Honda Fit, or even a Mazda 2? We want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.